GM, we are live. What a day it is. Beautiful Tuesday morning. Advance rates are updated. We're on to week 10 officially. Week 9 is in the books. I hope last night served you all well. Last night did eliminate my final eliminator team. I knew it was toast. It was still alive at halftime somehow, but just couldn't cross the line. So out of the eliminator officially, but you know what? That's okay. A little bit of an unexpected result for me. I was pretty bullish on the Cowboys last night, but you know what? Our friend Go AZ Cards, GM Cards won, but I lost in fantasy. 0.9 versus brother, 0.6 in work league. That is a tough run up, but at least you have the Cards victory to hang your hat on, although you might have a legitimate QB controversy brewing in Arizona. I think the latest stuff I heard from management was that they were going to go back to Kyler, but I don't know. That is always hard to stuff. Hey, Chris, GM Candles, got to get my haircut during the stream, but I still want. Hey, Chris, you are truly one of the best. Really, always appreciate your support. So thank you so much. No worries. I hope the haircut comes out good. And if not, well, you just wait a couple weeks and it'll be fine. But no, good luck today with the haircut. And yes, losing to the brother is worse. I do not have a brother, but if I did, I'm sure I would be hyper competitive when it comes to fantasy. Joel, GM to you. Appreciate you coming by, hanging out today. Likewise, Jake, GM to you as well. Go AZ Cards welcoming me to the eliminated club. I know. I let myself. The injuries and stuff mounted. You know, if Kraft doesn't get hurt, I might have won, but we'll never know. Kraft getting hurt is so killer for me. I think he's my highest owned tight end in all drafts, and Scatabo is my highest owned player in all formats. So it's going to be hard to judge. I think how I did this year in best ball. Like I think I played pretty well. But yeah, we're already making excuses in week 10. But losing a Scatabo and Kraft, who definitely were hits where they went as the guys we were overweight on, is a pretty big blow. But we'll see. We still have a lot of teams. Hopefully something gets through. Pikachu, hey, GM to you. Appreciate you so much. Thanks for coming in this morning. Let me hop into a main BR. The Dawg Bowl was pretty light. I looked a minute ago. I was waiting for like 8. This is a main BR. If anyone wants to get in. I haven't done a lot of the 6 persons. I did a few 12s last night because I feel like there's some ADPs I wanted to attack before those change. Rightly or wrongly, I could be getting it in quite badly over on the 12s, but I did want to hop into those last night when that opened. So I haven't done too many of the 6s, so we'll see. Chris said, not as much hair as there used to be. 52 is high. Hey, I hear you, Chris. It is, yeah. The hair banding the top of the head is such a run bad. I just don't know why it has to happen. just let us live our lives. Tieran says, not a controversy. Kyler's underperforming and Brissett is a capable backup. Yeah. I mean, Brissett has definitely made the most of this opportunity. And if you're a rosterer of the Cardinals pass catchers, it has definitely been an improvement. It was first place versus the brother. Oh, it was for first place. Oh, well, hopefully you have a playoff rematch and it goes the other way. It's always hard to beat a team twice. That's what they say. Yeah, you'll get them next time, says Chris, and I agree. GM Hartman, appreciate you so much coming in, hanging out. We got our friend Mike in here at the 3. We got Pikachu at the 4. We got Lutz at the 5. So strong room here. Let's see. I think I'm just going to lazily go with ADP for now. Truly, in my heart of hearts, I think James Cook should be the 1.2. That's my super duper hot take of the week. I think Cook should be the 2, and he's not. I don't want to end up with 1,000% James Cook, but maybe I do. I don't know. This might be the week where I just live my truth and just say James Cook's the guy. It is tough though, because I don't want to end up with no Gibbs, Puka, or JSN, because those absolutely could be the person you need. But I do feel like, you could end up with some Cook super teams if you're in a room where you maybe get a Gibbs Cook or a Puka Cook kind of thing. I think that would be something I'm going to be chasing all week. So maybe I'll be trying to push Cook in some rooms and trying to go for the super team. Obviously, I didn't think that was going to happen here from the 2, but I think he's just such a smash coming up. And that's not breaking any ground saying that James Cook against the Dolphins is a smash, but we'll see. We'll see. That's kind of like a little bit of a flag plant here. Let's see. Tieran says, having a Mac Jones, Jacoby, Daniel Jones must feel good having Mac, Jacoby, Daniel. Having let them go. Yeah. Let me make my pick. Sorry. I'm still not quite familiar with the rooms yet. I'll take a Jefferson share. Let's push running back here. See what we can get. Although I think running back gets pretty big. Mike says, hate being in the best of the best in these drafts, just flexing on me with their goat horns. Well, I don't know about flexing, but it is nice. It is nice to get them. It is a good feeling. So we'll see. I think I'm the only one in the room that has them on right now here. I'll take George Kittle. I think Kittle with Purdy back is a pretty drastic update. Tight end gets a little squirrely in these rooms. Laporta, Kincaid are good. Loveland, if Komet's out, I really like Loveland quite a bit. And then there's a few late options. Andrews, Henry, Fannin. Like I see those guys getting clicked. It's pretty thin at tight end. And I think Kittle's had a couple bad weeks, but I think the game changes quite a bit if Purdy's back, which I think we're projecting him to be. Hartman, Brock Bowers might be the best tight end in the world. Yeah, the hairline is unfortunate in all the photos of him, and I didn't do him any favors in the thumbnail yesterday, but he also cost me a Dawg Bowl seat, so I'm not going to pick the most flattering photo of him. Chris says, nice lady is going to lower my ears. See you in out. Hey, Chris, good luck. Have fun. Puka 2, I jammed Cook at 2 yesterday, but I have to stay on brand to get that Puka exposure. Yeah, I understand how that goes. That is, if it's in your name, it is tough to pass up. So we have to start thinking about late running backs here. The Bucky stuff is a little weird because I don't think we have any news whatsoever. If he is back, he is a mega smash in the 4th round. If he's not back, well, we can play the Q tag game. So, excuse me, I don't really hate taking him. Monungai versus Swift is interesting because I think I would just take Monungai and say that worst case we'll get a hold on, I need a quarterback. Who do I want to take? The stacking partners aren't great. I think I'm just going to take 2 running backs back to back. I'll take Bucky here. This might be bad. I don't know actually how I feel about the Bucky stuff this early in the week, but I'll do a Bucky Judkins double Q tag situation, and maybe something avails itself with the swaps. A guy who's not getting drafted in the 6th person, Travion Henderson, I think he's a solid pick. I actually don't think Ramondre's going to play this week. If it really is turf toe, that can be a multi-week injury. So I do like Henderson. He did get vultured at the touchdown, and I think everyone's like, oh, it's a split. It really wasn't a split. It was really Henderson's backfield, and he looked pretty good. Obviously, Tampa Bay is notoriously good against the run, but they can be beaten. Henderson is live in the passing game. There are ways to avoid the Vita Vea fears that people have. So I don't know. I'm pretty into Henderson as a scrolly click, but I did risk the chance that I would get Purdy here. I don't see why Lutz would take Purdy in particular here. I mean, he can do whatever he wants. I think it would be an odd pick for him. So I'm going to take Brock Purdy. Where is he? He's all the way in the depths. If Brock Purdy is going to be kind of overlooked, I'm happy to get a share of him in the draft here. So let's see. Terrence says, wide receiver is so shallow after Cook Gibbs. I'm pushing up wide receivers. Yeah, I think everything's kind of shallow. Wide receiver, I don't mind. I mean, you're going to have Diggs going drafted, and he could see a little bit more, he doesn't play where Booty plays, but, the target volume could flow a little bit more to him. Maybe he his snap count's kind of been annoying all year. Garrett Wilson, I like a lot. I'm pretty into Garrett Wilson if he's not going to be drafted every time. You could do worse than Olave, Wandale, MHJ. We're not taking MHJ. That doesn't seem, that seems like a guy that we should be considering. Juwan Jennings, if he's back, J-Mo. Rashid Shaheed was actually who Shuck targeted the most. So I think and Slayton and Wandale, there's some options. There's some options. Whereas I think running back is weird because there's a lot of injury related stuff. Like if Jones is out, then Mason becomes a little bit interesting. Travion's there. The Seattle backfield's always a little bit confusing how to play it. People like to take darts on that. Etienne got a ton of carries. He had a huge workload last game. Bad matchup, but the Tootin takeover didn't happen. If you want to make a volume-based play and say maybe he gets a couple, that he lucks into 2 goal line touchdowns, it's not a crazy outcome for Etienne. So there's some options. None of them feel amazing in the running backs to me. Hey, Brian, GM to you. Appreciate you coming by, hanging out. The Eliminator is officially dead. Lost by 6. I think that's what I think I lost by 6 or 7 as well. Tough run. I did 47. I might max it next year if they keep it. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. It is brutal. It is brutal because a lot of people maxed it in their last team, like died this week, and then you got it's like a bankroll crusher. I lost a hair. I didn't lose that much because I had a few teams cash, and you get 200 for getting to where I got to. So I didn't it was probably a small loss if anything, but it definitely can be pretty killer if you have some run bad there. Now, Pikachu at 4 is very great and under. Yeah, Mike Rob, Pikachu is one of the better names out there. Mezzone, Wake Up Sports Ball. Yeah. My sister asked what my channel was. She's like, I can't remember what it is. Is it Wake Up Sports Ball? I'm like, oh, this is brutal. Absolute brutal. But Mezzone, good morning to you. I saw Etienne got tackled 5 times at the 1. Yeesh. Yeah. We saw the same thing with White for Tampa. It's just so killer. Yes. Mike, yeah, Pikachu, great name. Let's see what the all right, first of all, if you can, like and subscribe because I don't ask enough and I need to do it. So let me hop into what's the Dawg Bowl at, because people like the Dawg Bowls. 6. All right. Let me update the timestamp here. I guess I'm not going to wait for this. 6 is going to take too long at 8:43 in the morning if they're not chaiin filling. So let's do another BR. If anyone wants to get on in. If anyone's in a Dawg Bowl and it's about to fill, let me know and I'll hop in. But all right, 0 intro and BR1. All right, we're off and running on the second BR. BR2. All right, sweet. All right, and all right, so we're in the 6th hole. And Baby J got in here, so I know you're. Where's my StreamYard? All right, that's Jordan here. Appreciate you. I see you at the 5, and I don't think I see anyone else in here. We got 3 no Badgers. So interesting stuff. Let's see. King Schuster advanced in Eliminator, but I'm sure I'll face the CMC. Hey, I hope you face the Daniels, Scatabo, Kraft. Who else did we lose? I feel like we have another one we lost in the last week or so. But I hope that's the team you face. I hope that's the team. Then they got James Conner and Joe Burrow's their other quarterback. They were a Burrow Daniels team, and now they just have nobody. So good luck, King Schuster. It's been a soul-crushing year with the injury. Subscribe. Jordan says GM Kendall. Yes, Tyler, you have to subscribe to chat. Hey, appreciate you so much, PPR Tyler. I so much appreciate you having you in here. Thanks for coming by. If y'all don't sub to PPR Tyler, he is truly one of the good ones, and as is the Toxic Tower. Toxic Tower is fantastic, and I believe they're on tomorrow night. PPR Tower, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but definitely must see streaming there. All right, everybody I want went. Everyone I wanted went. Excuse me. What was that? All right, Rico Dowdle is the guy in the second round that I'm pretty into. He definitely took over the backfield. I like this matchup with the Saints. And the question here is elite quarterback or Amon-Ra. I think I'm okay passing on the elite quarterbacks. Josh Allen could absolutely nuke the slate against the Dolphins, but we do tend to see in those like Bills blowout scripts, which is kind of what I imagine, that they don't need Allen to do his crazy Superman stuff. They kind of want to save that for the playoffs and the games that they need. So I'll probably be slightly light on Allen, but if Allen goes crazy against the Dolphins, like that's not a shocking outcome. I just see this as a little bit more of a Cook game than an Allen game, but we'll see. I imagine we might see the elite quarterbacks fall, especially as people do more of these and they see how thin running backs get. Sometimes if people aren't comfortable with the later round clicks, they'll put off the elite QBs. So we might be able to get them at a discount. And I do feel like we see elite quarterback kind of drop as the week goes on. So I'll probably pick up my Allen shares later in the week and try to grab people I think could rise early on. Bucky Irving is one of those guys that could rise early on. I'm still afraid he's not. I'm still afraid that he's not coming back yet. So I don't know. I definitely have some reservations there. Waddle against Buffalo projects to get a ton of volume. I think that's fine. Flowers is good. I'll take the Odunze bounce back. My question is, do I want to do Odunze Kittle? I think I'm okay with that. I'll do Odunze Kittle. I could have done Odunze Dart, but I'm not really forcing game stacks. I think sometimes that can be a crutch that we lean on. I don't want to do that every time. So we'll do Odunze Kittle. This opens up again Purdy, who is going undrafted in a lot of these, makes Caleb a logical pick, and hopefully we can figure out something at running back here. Kevin says, the enemy of my enemy is Chad Candle. Hey, Kevin, appreciate you so much. Thanks for coming in and hanging out today, Kevin. And Gunnar Ross, our resident Dawg Bowl qualifier. Congratulations again, Gunnar Ross. Appreciate you coming in, hanging out. We'll try to hop in a DBQ at some point, but those we might be at a low fill. So the quarterbacks are getting drafted: Lamar, Allen, Drake May, Dart, and Baker. So those are the other 5 that are going to go in this room. So that'll give us the choice of Caleb's going undrafted. I could take Goff with Amon-Ra. I could also take Purdy here. The Commanders are definitely beatable. I don't mind that. The Goff stuff. Knowing what I know now, maybe I would have done it differently. I do like Loveland here, but I'm not going to take 2 tight ends. Breece Hall against Cleveland and Judkins against the Jets. It's kind of the inverse of it. Breece Hall did seem like he kind of took, as the trade rumors have cooled quite a bit. So that's obviously a little bit of a concern. If you get a midweek trade, you're pretty cooked. But I'll do Hall, Caleb. I think that's a fine way to end the team. So obviously, if like Breece Hall gets traded, Isaiah Davis becomes super interesting and will likely be a guy that I would consider swapping to. That might be more of a 12-man thing, because I don't know where people would be taking a Isaiah Davis in the 6s. That might be bad, but he's somebody maybe to keep in the back of your mind. And in the 12s, if Breece Hall does get moved, I don't think I missed the trade deadline, but I think that's coming up, right? When is the NFL trade deadline? It's like, is it today? Is it tomorrow? It's today, right? Anyway, this is the team. This is the team. Rico, Amon-Ra, Odunze, Kittle, Breece Hall, and Caleb. So we get the Caleb stack. We get Odunze, who famously got 0 points last week. Hopefully that's better. Let's see what Baby J did. Cook, Lamar, Nico, Waddle, Kincaid, and Judkins makes a ton of sense. I don't think getting 2 Buffalo pieces is bad. Picking on the Dolphins is absolutely something I think we should encourage. And Waddle has a little bit of a bring back there. So yeah, like the team I see there. I'll hop into a DBQ and see where we're at as far as to fill. Waiting for 4. Okay, that jumped from 6 to 4. So I don't know if that was people watching aping in trying to bum hunt or not. I saw that though. I saw that go from 6 to 4, but we'll sit in here. I don't want to rug the bum hunters. I should probably just leave when it's waiting for 1. That'd be a good bit. And all the bum hunters have to face each other. But I will not do that. Yes, PBR Tyler famously an enemy of Chad Kendall's. No. Beastburf advances a lim team by 0.18. Oh, that's awesome, Beastburf. Congrats to you. Congrats. Yeah, the money's real now. That was $500 there for advancing. So congrats. That is very cool. Very cool. Good luck in the next rounds. I hope you face a highly injured team. Terrence, I like Jefferson or Addison this week. Could be both. Yeah, I agree. I liked what I saw out of McCarthy, and now they're at home. That seems like that could be fun. Baltimore in a dome. Yep, absolutely. Gunnar Ross, I just logged in my other email and got you to 293. Let's go. Appreciate you, Gunnar Ross. The road to 300 subs. We kind of stalled in the 290s a little bit, but that's okay. We'll keep pushing forward. We will keep pushing forward. Yeah, it's today, Joel. It is. All right, awesome. Appreciate you. Yeah, thanks, Beastburf. Gunnar Ross, the last one just finished. Yeah, that makes sense. I like to be, I'll think it's me though. I'll be like, oh, everyone wanted to bum hunt, and it's really just the other one ended. All right, let's see. We got a really tough room though. We got Elgrew who won BBM last year. I think that's him. That he knows what he's doing. Best Ball Viper who won the Dawg Bowl last year. We got Chad Matchke, one of the best players on the entire site. Coxer, Gunnar Ross just qualified. Our friend Kevin, legend. Mr. Worth, Buster's Boys. And T-Bear81 is somebody, I can't remember who's that. This is a killer. Cook goes because I can't have nice things. I can't have things that I want. That's okay. I think I'll take JSN over Puka though. Is tough. You know what, everyone? I'm taking Rico Dowdle. You can't make me go by ADP. You can't make me go by ADP. I think running back goes off a cliff. I'm going to live my truth. I'm going to take the early running backs and push wide receiver. I'm probably going to get in a decent amount of these, so maybe I should have just gone with one of the elite receivers. But I'll take Dowdle. I will take him here. Oh, Karuk won the first Dawg Bowl. Yep. Okay. So there we go. So I skipped over him. And he turns out he is really good at 12-person draft. T-Bear is Terrence. Oh, Terrence, I apologize. I don't know why I thought you had a different username. But all right, so you're in at the 12. My goodness me. All right, Artillery Frost, GM to you. Appreciate you coming in, hanging out. Pepper Tony, sup pups? Hey, appreciate you, Pepper Tony, for joining us here as we navigate the shark-infested waters again. Are we a shark? Probably not, but we're at least a large fish, a grouper, perhaps. We'll see. Not a barracuda, but just we're swimming in the school, saying hi to everybody. Let's see what people are doing now. Buster's Boy, elite tight end in the first round, Trey McBride. Hopefully he doesn't get the Kyler Murray rug pull there, because I don't know. I feel like Brissett McBride and Kyler McBride are different beasts. But we see McBride go there at pick 11. Terrence, living his truth, takes Jefferson at 12. So he goes Jefferson Adams, takes the opposite tack, says, I've got some late round running back scrolls that I'm willing to go for. So we will see. Artillery Frost, I think if you won a BR and qualified for the Dawg Bowl, you're definitely a shark. Well, I will leave that to the viewers, to the viewers of this channel. This is what you get. But appreciate you, Artillery Frost. We're doing our best out here. We know we are playing with some of the sharpest people on the site in this room. So we will definitely keep an eye on what everybody does. make note of things that we think are interesting here. Lamar Jackson at 7. I am not bad shaming, but this does seem odd. I don't think we're going to see Jackson at pick 7. I think he is going to fall. The ADPs can take a while to adjust from getting ported over from the playbook. Like Jackson Dart's ADP at 20. This is not right. He's going to go later than that, I think. So we will see. Running back is already super duper thin. See what Coxer does. Coxer takes Nico. And then, okay, I'm like, oh, this ADP is fake. And then literally one of the best drafters on the website takes him right at ADP. So that sound you hear is me eating my words. I think I'll take Breece Hall. I think I'm good with that. Obviously, it's going to be a little tougher running against Cleveland than it is Cincinnati, but the role there is really good. We don't know who the quarterback is going to be for the Jets. I'm hoping it's Fields for many reasons. I do think Fields is more competent than perhaps he looked. I don't think the coaching staff was making the best use of him. And I think he's, commands the team in the locker room well. So I don't know. I'm a Justin Fields truther, but it could be coming to the end of the line for that. So we'll go Dowdle, Breece Hall, and then hopefully we can actually catch up at wide receiver like I said we could there. So yeah, so this is interesting. I really did think this was early for Dart in May, but we have 2 very good drafters taking them there, so this might actually just be normal. It can be hard to decipher what is the true ADP of these players, because when the contest opens, again, it takes that 12-person playbook ADP and ports it, and those ADPs are nothing like what the Dawg Bowl settles at. Garrett Wilson goes here in the second round. I was taking a lot of Garrett Wilson last night, and I thought I was on the wrong side of history, but I do feel better about the pick if Best Ball Viper is taking him there. He's been injured, but I think he's coming back. So maybe when that Q tag gets lifted, we see him rise. We talked about Kittle in the 6-persons. I think he's who I would have taken if he had fallen to me instead. I'm good passing on Laporta. I don't really see a huge drop from Laporta to that next tight end of the week range. Maybe that's wrong, but I'm okay passing on that. Swift, Monungai, that's the big decision right now. If Swift sits again, Monungai, this ADP of 36 is fake, but Monungai is going to move into the first round. So I had been taking a lot of him. I'll take Ojunze here though. I will take the Ojunze thing. I don't think he's going to go catchless again against the Bears. It does open Caleb. Caleb may or may not make it back to me. We see quarterback going pretty early this week. One good thing about taking Kittle is nobody is taking Purdy. You might see a Jennings Purdy 5-6 turn thing. I think that's going to be last week's version of Goff JMO. I think you'll see people doing that, but we will see. There goes Monungai. So Monungai goes to Lee 12-15-03. Again, I'd been taking a ton of Monungai. I considered taking him at pick 21, but frankly, I didn't think he'd make it back. I didn't think he'd make it back to 28, and I think every one of my Dawg Bowl teams, except for 2 so far, has Monungai, so I wanted to switch it. I do like Breece Hall. I want a little bit of Hall, so interesting run out. Maybe if I'd taken JSN earlier, I could have done Hall Monungai. I would really like a JSN Hall Monungai team. I think that would be fun, but I actually didn't think that was something you could build. If Swift is back, I do like it less because there is a chance that Monungai got the starting job, but I don't think it turns into a Dowdle Hubbard deal. I think they'll still work Swift in more than that, but I don't know. We'll get more clarity in the week. And that's why you draft early, because you get to make these bets before we have the information. And if you're wrong, the worst case scenario is you lose a draft. Most of our drafts are going to lose. But if you're right, you can have super teams and have a chance to like win a seat. So we will see. Ball is Life GMs all around. Hey, GM to you. Appreciate you so much. Ball is Life. Thanks so much for coming in and hanging out. I'll go over everyone's team at the end. There's too many teams to go through one by one as we're going. But I do think we can review everyone's team. If something noteworthy stands out, I'll point it out. But Hartman, what happens if you pick a guy and he gets traded? I think you get swapped. I think that turns into a swap because I don't think you. See, Jordan says they count with the new team, assuming they play. I don't think that's right, Jordan. I'm pretty sure if they get traded, you don't get them on Underdog. But someone can correct me. Because we had that with Flacco, right? When Flacco got traded, he was in the pool, but if you took him, he was a 0. So I'm pretty sure if you take a player and they get traded, it turns into like a Q tag swap. Go Easy Cards, can you steal the starting job versus the Cincy D? Just saying. That is a fair point. I think the issue though is that he was already starting to steal more and more carries. Like it was pretty close to 50-50 by the time that game came along. So I don't know. We do see Caleb go. That's unfortunate there because Caleb would have been a nice pick for us. All right, what do we want to do? Tight end. Tight end is already pretty grim. You know, an unstacked Baker is a little bit interesting. They do throw a ton. If we want to unstack Baker, we can take him. I don't know if that ADP is real. Debo, I don't know if I really love Debo with Mariota. It's not the worst option. Shakir, MHJ. So Debo goes. So maybe it was a very good idea. I'll buy the steam on MHJ. This could be something that people see him last night looking awesome. Again, it's against Dallas, so that's a little bit different than Seattle. Seattle's defense has been a little up and down. They were hurt early in the year. I think they're getting healthier. But I'll take a shot on an MHJ at this price. This could be something that's harder to get later in the week. I'm looking at the other guys he could flip. Like I'd probably prefer him to JMO myself at this point. Just JMO's been so up and down, and you know, taking him ahead of Wandale. I don't know. I feel like the talent gap is there. If we're finally seeing a MHJ breakout, maybe we're buying early. The issue is he is going to be tough to stack. I don't really have a good stacking option on this team with Caleb having gone and not knowing who to take here. So we will see. Emo Cowboy says howdy. Hey, Emo Cowboy, appreciate you so much. Thank you for coming by, hanging out. Another member of the Toxic Tower comes by. We're 2 for 3. We'll see if we can get the third on here. But we are working our way. We are working our way through it. But if Best Ball Guy wants to come in and grace us with his presence, we can. But he's on the West Coast. He's probably still sleeping. Out there. All right, let's see. What do we want to do here? We've got tight ends. We do need tight ends. Andrews, Theo, Henry, Fannin. The Fannin bet is there. Quarterback is going to be a little thin, but I think I've got some ideas, concepts of a plan, if you will. Yeah, so people will be able, I think, to pull off the Jennings Purdy late stack. I think that's something I'm going to be a little bit interested in. Now, obviously not on this team, but let's see what Crutch does. He takes Shaheed. I love the Shaheed pick. Mark Andrews, Theo, Fannin. What do we want to do? I guess I'll take Theo. I don't really love Theo Johnson. I'll take the Fannin bet. I'll take the Fannin bet. I mean, we've liked the Fannin bet. I know it's a little piece of that game, but my God, no one's going to want to stack Jets Cleveland. There is also an outside chance that Njoku gets moved today, and if he does, I think we'll see Fannin rise quite a bit. Last I heard was that Njoku's not going anywhere, so maybe that's a little bit of a dud. But another bet on talent, another guy that we could see get home. The Jets can be tough against wide receivers. I think they're a little softer in the tight end department. Maybe I'm making that up. I have the Jets were on bye last week, so they're not super top of mind, but we'll take the Fannin bet there and see what goes on. All right, let's see. Hey, Who Hames, appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming in, hanging out this morning. Kevin says, wait till Kyler starts next Sunday. Yeah, the Kyler, that's rip for my my MHJ pick at pick 45 there. VBG ain't up. Yeah, I know. He's sleeping in. Theo is TD or bust. Ertz. Yeah, Ertz isn't bad. Definitely Ertz is in consideration. And honestly, that would have opened Ertz Mariota. That's something to consider. Mariota has some rushing upside. Probably going to get pushed by Detroit. Maybe that's something I should have thought of a little bit more. I agree there. Andrew's target share has been brutal. Yeah, Andrews is so tough to roster. He's going to show up at the top of the ADP, but he's going to be hard for me to click on. So we'll see. T-Bear takes McCarthy. So had I been paying more attention, McCarthy was a guy I was considering taking unstacked because I like his rushing upside. But obviously T-Bear with Jefferson and Addison, I should have realized that JJ McCarthy had no chance to get back to me, but I do like the pick. I like what T-Bear over here has built. Jefferson, Adams, Addison, Loveland, McCarthy, and Henderson. I love Henderson at pick 61. To me, that is such a steal. If Ramondre is out, he got the lion's share of though everyone thinks everything's different if Terrell Jennings doesn't get that vulture, the goal line touchdown. But other than that, Henderson had that backfield. So T-Bear, I like the team that you constructed there. Buster's boys, let's see what he does. McBride, Allen, McMillan, Jamo, Kamara, and Tracy. Like the team. I like the unstacked Allen. I think that's fine. Don't force that. Gunnar Ross does the thing. Jennings Purdy. You're going to see this Jennings Purdy, just add water, along with A-Chain Igbuka, Ken Walker, and Kincaid. Kevin, I'll get to your team. I have to pick a quarterback. Sam Darnold or Marcus Mariota. My God. This is actually a tough choice because Mariota has a little bit of rushing upside. Sam Darnold was really good last time we saw him. Darnold unstacked is, not necessarily where we want to go, but we literally just saw it work. I'm not too afraid of Arizona's defense. I'll do unstacked Darnold, I think. I will do unstacked Darnold. I think that's fine. I think he should probably be drafted. He's very good. The JSN drafter already had a quarterback, so I'm shocked that if I had taken Mariota, Darnold would have gone undrafted. But I think he's legit, and I don't think this matchup is anything we should be too terribly afraid of. Plus, we have MHJ on the other side of it, so kind of playing that game a little weird. We've got a couple little weird game builds, but overall, I kind of like the team. Dowdle, Hall, Ujunze, MHJ, Fannin, and Darnold. Emo Cowboy knows Fannin out of the bye. We definitely could see that. And if Njoku gets traded, I don't think round five, I don't know how much Fannin actually goes up, maybe into the fourth, but that could make a big difference in these. Terrence out of the bye, but new play caller could be a Judy week. I hope the new play caller sees what we all see, and that's Jerry Judy stinks. I'm not a Jerry Judy guy. I'm sorry. This has never been a Jerry Judy channel. He actually cost me a Dawg Bowl seat earlier in the year, but anyway, no one cares about that. Not a big Jerry Judy fan. Emo Cowboy, Mariota underrated. Median ceiling as a QB would be nice if Terry was available, but the rushing can get there. Yeah, it was definitely a choice for me. It was definitely a little bit of a choice for me there. Sammy D absolutely chucking. Absolutely, Jordan. He is throwing it all over the yard. Bro, drafting from the right side of the board is terrible. Let's look at your team. Amon-Ra, Judkins, Laporta, Goff. Okay, so how can you complain about a Detroit double with Judkins? This is actually nice. Kendrick Bourne and McWeapon. I am surprised you took Bourne, being that you're a Ricky Pearsall guy. The only thing is Pearsall unfortunately has the out tag, not the Q tag, even though I think he's closer to questionable than out. So that would have been cool if you'd been able to take your guy and then swap. We'll see how Bourne is with, I'm assuming, Purdy back. We just don't know. I don't think, was Bourne one of the Purdy weeks? I thought we were already on Mac Jones when Bourne had those good games. But McNichols, yeah, I don't know. For myself, I would have probably taken a shot at either Krosky Merritt or one of the other running backs. But yeah, interesting pick. He's not going to be very highly owned, I don't think. I don't think he's going to be very highly. I like your team, Kevin. I do like your team. Let's see. Yeah, McWeapon in the 6th. Hartman says it'll be a Judy week if they trade for Jameis. Oh my gosh, if they trade for Jameis. Wheels up. I need Judy for my best ball bags. I don't have much Judy, so I need Judy to continue stinking. I put Judy on the Bash team we drafted at the end of summer because I was terrified of fading him. Now I regret it. Hey, Artillery Frost, don't you fret. That probably means Judy is going to break out because that team is a team of destiny. It has been firing on all cylinders. Joel says, right side sucks hard. Well, we have two people on the right side not liking the team. AZ Mountain Man. GM, now that the clocks have moved back, it's much more feasible to watch this stream. West Coasters wake up 5:30. It's brutal. Yeah, Arizona famously does not change their clocks in daylight savings. They keep their hour. They say, I'm absolutely not giving this back. But if it means that you're here, then I fully support Arizona doing its own thing with the time zones. Kevin says, Lions are going to blow out Commanders, and you do not like my team. I don't not like your team. I literally just told you I like what you did here. I think I would have done things differently at the end, but your core, I think, is fantastic, Kevin. And no one's going to, you have two like low owned guys who have like a path to upside. I'm not going to, you do not tell me I don't like your team. I do like your team. Giants love Jameis, as do I. I'd be shocked if they trade him today, says Brian. Brian having his finger on the pulse of the Giants. I feel like the Giants love Jameis too. He's, who wouldn't want that guy around? Honestly, it's got to be so, that team is, the morale of the Giants is like something you can't create. Like, it sucks Scatabo got hurt. So like the vibe on, I've never seen the vibe on a team better. It feels like one of those 80s teams. Like if it was the 80s, they would have made like a song. Like they would have had like a Super Bowl shuffle corny song if this was like the 80s. Unfortunately, everyone's so jaded they would not do that today. But like that's like the vibe. I tell you, Frost, Judy gonna pull a BBM for Amari Cooper and put up 50 in the semi. I say no. Artillery Frost. That sounds terrible. I like every team Kevin does. All right, let's go over everyone's team. We went over, we missed Mr. Worth's team. Henry, Kyron, Olave, Caleb, Demario Douglas, Mason Taylor. Yeah, I like the Pop Douglas call for sure. I think that has a path. We'll see. It's a little squirrely. His like snap share wasn't what I hoped, and they're talking about Kyle Williams getting more involved. We'll see if that actually happens. I don't think he's actually a real player, but yeah, I don't mind the Demario Douglas shot at all. Had a very good game last game, and with Booty getting hurt, again, more targets to go around. Coxer, Puka, Nico, Etienne, Monty, Henry, Staffy, like the team there. The Puka Stafford, getting Stafford in the last round to pair. Bunch of solid players here. Montgomery against the Commanders, certainly live. Chad Matchkey going. JSN, Jackson Dart, Kyle Monungai. I love the Monungai pick. Debo, Theo. So we get the Theo Dart combo. And then Darius break the Slayton. I took a bunch of Slayton last week. It didn't hit. I'm going to probably martingale that and take some more this week. I think if you're a utilization score Puba, I think he was actually ahead of Wandale, if that's the metric of choice. So really like the Slayton shout. Love the Dart, Monungai, Theo, Slayton game script. I think that's a really fun team there. The Karuk, the champion of the first Dawg Bowl. Cook, May, Diggs, Moore, Shaheed, Theo Johnson. A lot of Saints there, but I do like Shaheed. He was the most targeted there, and it does seem like Juwan Johnson was also getting more targeted, even more than Olave. Olave was almost third banana there. We'll see if that's just week, defense or first week's stuff with Tyler Shuck. We'll see what's sticky there, but certainly two players that I think should be drafted in every draft. And I can't now. I'm like blanking on who they're even playing. Who are they playing? Oh, Carolina. Okay, yeah, Carolina definitely a better matchup through the air. So if they need to throw, we like that. Best ball Viper. What did he do? Gibbs, Wilson, Waddle, Fields, Aaron Jones, Schultz. I love the Justin Fields click. If he's playing, I think this is such a nice ADP. And if he lines up with Garrett Wilson, all the better. I did one of these teams last night, a Wilson Fields team. It's a little scary because, he could be the backup. He could be active. And if he plays a single snap, you don't get the swap. If you do get the swap, then you'll be picking from the late games who I think there is a couple guys that go undrafted. NFL Week 10. The late games are Cardinals, Seahawks, Lions, Commanders, and Rams, Niners. So no, let's see who would be available from that. The Cardinals quarterback. You'd swap into the Cardinals quarterback. I think in that case, whoever that is, or Mariota. So the only problem is if they bring Fields in for some dumb package and he plays one snap, you don't get it and you're cooked. But I think buying him now before he potentially rises and stacking with Garrett Wilson, I like. So I've been doing that a little bit there. And then Elgrew, no social media presence. All he does is win BBMs. CMC, Flowers, Kittle, Baker, Khalil Shakir, and the Dipperino on Krosky Merritt. Yep, like the team. I mean, this is feels like a nice price on Baker. I consider taking him there over MHJ. So good stuff there. All right, let's catch up with chat and we'll hop in. I guess I'll hop into another. Let me get another Dawg Bowl in because I got a hard out at 9:50. Oh, I didn't chain join. I did not chain join it, so we'll see. We may not get another Dawg Bowl, and I got a kind of hard out at 9:50. I got to. The wife needs the office, so I'm getting the boot. So this is a main BR here. If anyone wants to hop on in, let's see. Artillery Frost likes every team. Kevin drafts. Kevin talking about Kevin was sandbagging his team. Chad is so sketchy. Serial killer vibe. Jesus, Kevin. It's so brutal. Coming from a friend, that hurts there, Kevin. Artillery Frost, I'm sorry, Judy is a positive BB advance. It must be who he was drafted around, right? Maybe the people you took him over are complete zeros. I'm not sure. I would have to look into that. Didn't he have one good game early in the season? Yes. Yeah, Kevin is in the Slappy Central. What the best part about Kevin is he will be discussing a player and he will pull up my exposure and just jam it in my face oh, you said this about this player, well you have 15%. What do you say about that? So I can Kevin is sort of my accountability buddy there. Artillery Frost are twice as many Judy teams as expected. 8,000 versus average being 4,000. Oh, Judy Taylor. Okay, that's it. He lined up on that side of the board. That makes sense. Because, he was kind of on the left side of the board, if I remember. And that's Jonathan Taylor was at the end of round 2. So that makes sense. Judy could be good, but Jameis got let. Oh, yeah, if they kept Jameis there. Yeah, we were denied. We were denied what we should not have been denied there. I would love to see Jameis throwing the ball to sorry, James Cook went at the 1.1. My goodness. My hot take of James Cook at 2 has been topped by BB Kibbe. I'll take Gibbs at 3. Yeah, we were denied Fannin Jameis throwing it to Fannin. My God. Tieran says, let's get straight. I don't like what Judy's been doing. It isn't working, so something needs to change, not more of the same. Yeah, no, I know you're assuming there is some change in how they operate. And yeah, if you want to buy that, you can. I mean, he's definitely the one. We did see Cedric Tillman, our forgotten late round, the Slappy pick before, we really knew what Slappy meant was Cedric Tillman. His practice window opened. I imagine he won't be ready this week. but something to keep an eye on in the future. We might be getting Tillman back, so hopefully we get some improved QB play in Cleveland, because there are a lot of pieces that we have. Like we there's a lot of Browns that are rostered. So Dowdle goes a little unlucky because I like him, but let's just take A-Chain. A-Chain is just so game script proof that even if the Dolphins are getting crushed by the Bills, he'll just be catching passes, and if the Dolphins are keeping it close, he'll be doing both. So we'll see. Hey, 23 J Sutz, appreciate you coming and hanging out. Do you think Fields against Browns D is viable? Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, it'll probably be tough, but I think Fields is viable against anybody, because he can just get there in like a drive and a half. Like, he just has one of those magical drives. Like, he's always live to just, it doesn't matter who you are. You run the wrong defense, he gets a step and he's gone for a 60-yard rushing touchdown. And all of a sudden that's 12 fantasy points plus whatever he did up to there. Like, he's just live to get home against anybody. All right, I'll do Devontae. We'll go with ADP here. The nose for the end zone. We got Gibbs, A-Chain, Devontae Adams. That's a nice start. That's a nice start there. I'll go over everyone's team. I'm trying to catch up chat here. Terrence, it's an org psychology, not qualitative play. Yeah. If they're shuffling that up, Browns are bad on the road. Only have to avoid them at home. Yeah, they're definitely tougher in the dog pound for sure. Kevin thinks Rashee Rice is going to save his portfolio. Kevin, famed Rashee Rice booster. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. Gosh, I kind of want to build the worst team ever. Do we really want to? I think I might try something here. I haven't done this. I don't love this in the main BR, what we're about to do. I'm assuming this guy is not going to take Waddle. We're going to do Waddle A-Chain. And we're going to stack the Dolphins. I would have loved to have gotten Kincaid on the team as like a bring back, but that's fine. And this is going to be a Tua team. I think if I'm 150 maxing, I want one team like this, maybe two. But you do randomly get the Tua eruption week. The offense is so ungodly condensed. You know, again, I think I would have liked Kincaid if I somehow could have managed that. You know, could I have started this earlier and then taken Odunze over Devontae Adams or something like that? Maybe. But we're gonna try something here. I'll queue up Loveland. I don't think I'm gonna get sniped on Tua. If someone does, then they're just kind of being mean. But we'll see. Don't try this at home, but I do think this is kind of fun. Maybe this is more of a small field play, but I don't get to do enough small field drafts on stream with you all that I do. If I have a funky build I want to try, I got to do it in the main BR. But this is something I would try like in the Engage 8, because you'll be the only team to do this. If you want to use one of your Deposit Kingdom bullets, it could be really terrible. But again, to win these contests, sometimes you got to do something a little unorthodox, and I don't think people are going to want to do this here. Hartman says, watch the Steve Smith clip. Yeah, Steve Smith just dogged on Jerry Jeudy pretty badly there. All right, let me see what the Dawg Bowl's at. If this isn't about to fill, I'm not going to be able to do. Yeah, waiting for 9. All right, we're not going to be able to do a Dawg Bowl because I'm going to run out of time, because I really got to get out at pretty close to 9:50 here. So we'll take Tua. So this team is Tua, Gibbs, A-Chain, Devontae, Waddle, Loveland. This team just tells the story of the Tua Dolphins nuke. No bring back, kind of funky, but we got to try some different stuff and see if we can't get home. So fun team there. It looks like J-Dub's the only other one I know in here. He goes JSN, Josh Allen, Kyron. He stacks Allen with Kincaid, and then Breece Hall, Tet, Arroyo, McMillan. So, yep. Nice team there, Mr. Worth. Nice team there. All right. I'm going to do a Wildcat. Sometimes I think people want to join the ones at a lower price point. I am gosh darn it. I was hoping people could get in. But we're off. We're off. I think if you're trying to be bankroll conscientious, I would absolutely play the Wildcat over the main BR. It's 8K up top, so not as flashy, but the you double your money with a min cash. The drop off is smoother. 10th place is 10% of first, which is what you want to see in GPP. And then it's a very like gentle slope as far as what the payouts are, versus the main BR, where it's the main BR. Let me see. Can I pull this up? Yeah. So, 10th place is not 10%. That would be 4,000. It's 2,500. So what's that? Like 6.5%, something like that. I don't know. Don't make me do math on the fly. And then the drop offs here, you go down pretty quick. You do double your money with a min cash, but it's a lot less forgiving there. The top 8,000 get paid out of 48,000 versus the top 3,000 out of 30,000. So I don't know. I feel like it's a little more sustainable with the Wildcat stuff. I will take Jahmyr Gibbs here. So I do think the Wildcat is definitely a really great tournament. All right, so we go Gibbs, and do we want Dowdle? We just did a Gibbs A-Chain team. Let's do Gibbs Dowdle. We'll switch it up. I'll keep the board up so people can see what's going on. FF Chef Myles Garrett is going to wear Justin Fields like a hat on Sunday. Yeah, he's going to be probably running for his life. Hopefully they design some runs. I'd like to see more designed runs if they do start Fields. I really hope Fields is starting. I feel like he earned it after that last game. I mean, my goodness. They were given no chance against the Bengals, and he got there. They're saying they're not going to announce who the quarterback is. I don't know. Hopefully we get some reading of that, though, from practice. Hey, TKH GMGM, appreciate you so much for coming in, hanging out. TKH says, another successful night of hoops helped build my NFL bankroll. I am not really in the hoop streets. I'll do like 2 or 3 drafts in a night just to have some kind of interest, and because I think the hoops drafts are fun. They're positionless, but I just don't know enough about hoops. I just like drafting, but yeah, I'll fire a draft or two if I get some tip. Oh, this player's cheap. I'll just go by ADP and then take like one scroll, and that's like what I do. It hasn't worked, so don't do that. But I'll do like 2 or 3 drafts just for fun. But that's great, TKH. What'd you hit? Because I went 0 for 3 last night in the hoop streets. We got Gibbs, Dowdle. Gosh, Nico with Davis Mills is really not fun. I think I'll take Kittle. It's like, do I want to end up with no Nico? Maybe. I feel like I'm not scared of the Nico Collins beating me. I don't know. It could be bad. All right. I'm going to take Jackson Dart here because I have a scroll receiver I want. And then hopefully I get one of these Waddle, Flowers, Odunze, Tet. Actually, probably not even Tet because I have Dowdle. Actually, no. I'd like Garrett Wilson. I'm pretty into Garrett Wilson this week. I think no matter who the quarterback is, Garrett Wilson, I mean, box score watching is kind of the path to poverty, but just real quick, 10 targets, 8 targets, 13 targets. I think that's with both Fields and Taylor. That game against Denver was just an abomination. I'm kind of willing to write that off. Denver's defense very good. That game was overseas. It was a nightmare to watch, and probably for everybody involved. But I think better days are ahead for Garrett Wilson, and I think we're getting him at a monster discount. I like him no matter who is playing. Chris asked, "Did I draft a winner while I was going?" Yeah, I think we got a Dawg Bowl seat. But fortunately, there are timestamps. Which reminds me, I said there's timestamps, and then I didn't actually do timestamps. DVQ1, and then I don't know, around 45 BR. I'm making timestamps up, people. Now I'm making timestamps up. And Wildcat. All right, we'll update it. We will update it. Okay, so what do we got? Flowers, Odunze. Somebody did take Garrett Wilson. That's a little unfortunate. I guess I'll do Odunze. I'm not game stack like focused, and then I will take where's Slayton. I'm spelling his name wrong. Slatton. I'll take Darius Slayton. No one's gonna draft him. He did get targeted in the end zone. He's their big play deep threat guy. I like him. I like him a lot. I like Darius Slayton. I think he's live if you want one late receiver scroll in these. And I really like him in the 12 persons. So I actually quite like this team. Gibbs, Dowdle, Kittle, Dart, Odunze, Slayton. I think this is kind of a fun team there. TK says, I respect it. Finished like 20th for 750 and ended up double. Hey, that's awesome, TK. Congratulations. Those are great nights. Those nights where you don't ship the contest, but you have something that's going to keep you rolling for a few days. So good stuff there. Hopefully you get that. Hopefully you get that breakthrough. All right, let's hop in. All right, let me hop in another Wildcat. Let's see. I want to draft a Wildcat with you all. All right, 2 people. If anyone wants to get in, you can get on in. These drafts are $3. They're good if you're trying to get your feet wet. They're slightly smaller than the other contests. They're a little more friendly on the roll. And so I find myself a little more drawn to them. All right, we got Hartman in here, which is awesome. Don't think I recognize anyone else, but we are off in the 3-hole. We'll see what we can see, and I will actually update the timestamp here. But yeah, appreciate all of you so much. It's we're a little over an hour into the stream. If you can, drop a like, drop a sub. It helps keep this channel rolling along. It helps keep the Dawg Bowl full of mountain spring water rather than Baltimore City tap water. That's very important. So we will see how much McBride is too much in a 6-man. His ADP is 13. I don't think I have any McBride yet. I don't know. He could be who you need. He definitely could be who you need. I worry people are going to be chasing this week's Brock Bowers, and that's going to like bump him a couple spots of ADP. Like we just saw, I'll take Cook here. I'm going to live my truth. I really like Cook a lot. We just saw a tight end nuke the slate. So I wonder if people are going to be like, oh, I need the tight end 1 this week. It's McBride. You have the Kyler risk. Yeah, as TKH notes, too much McBride is they go for Kyler for what reason? That's like my fear. It's a long week. It's only Tuesday, so I think we'll definitely get some clarity as the week rolls along. I'll take Tyler at 15 if he's there. I have a hard time passing him over this range in the 6s, so I'm probably going to get a lot of him as from the 1 and 2 hole is my kind of thought, but we'll see. If Brissett is in, I could see myself pulling up Tyler into the 2nd round rather than waiting for the 3rd, because I think you can build good enough teams even if you sack a second round for the 3rd. Right, we got Cook, A-Chain. I'll do Cook, A-Chain. I could see people being reluctant to play 2 running backs in the same matchup just because of the old DFS like mantra of not doing that. But I don't think this is that scenario with how much. Normally it's because if you have two runners running a lot, the game is accelerated. The game scripts usually are going to favor one team running versus another. But A-Chain is kind of an odd duck where he's not that classic, between the tackles runner. He works so much in the passing game. We almost got McBride. We almost got McBride there, but we did not. All right, you know what? We're going to build another game stack. I have a concept of a plan. We'll take Devontae Adams. Kittle's obviously, if Kittle comes back to me, I'll take Kittle because if I want to do that game stack, I can play it through that. But I might do like a Purdy Jennings team. That might be something that, again, I don't think people are going to go to, but could be kind of fun here. TKH, what I will say is a lot of JSN drafters will play McBride for the game stack, so try to be unique after that. That makes sense. That makes a ton of sense. Again, I think we do have a tendency to overdo the game stacks just a little, break ties to that. So, yeah, JSN at 2 means we might see a lot of McBride there. Yeah, at 14. So we'll see. I'm sure there's going to be some rooms where you get the faller, because you do randomly get people going for specific builds, or people who don't like certain players, or just don't like elite tight end. All right, so we got Cook, A-Chain, and Devontae. I think I'll just take Laporta. Laporta makes sense. And then in the ideal world, we'll have Purdy, and we'll do Juwan Jennings. So we'll queue that up. I'll take Juwan Jennings first, because if for some reason somebody snipes me on where's the Kittle drafter? The Kittle drafter already has a quarterback. I don't want unstacked Kittle, so even if they didn't, I would probably just say I'll get Goff, I'll get Stafford, I'll take a random unstacked rushing quarterback like a Justin Fields. I would do that. So I'll take Juwan Jennings here. We'll get this stack. We'll go for something a little bit scrolly, just to give some ideas for some scrolls I like this week. All right, 936. All right, I'll take Jennings. I'm gonna hop into another one. I think if we're fast, I can get at least 2 more drafts in. So if anyone wants to get in, this one's waiting for 2. And I will just finish up this one so people can see the board, see how it ends up, who's getting taken where, because I think that's all good information. And of course, keep an eye on our friend Hartman going CMC, Egbuka, Henry, Diggs, May. Yeah, I like this a lot. I think you're going to get a lot of Diggs, May teams. I would definitely be open to Diggs, Douglas, Diggs, Henry, Hunter Henry as a way to potentially get different. I'm not saying this is bad at all. I'm just saying this is something that's going to happen a lot. It could be what you need though. So I wouldn't fade it entirely, but I would just be cognizant that it's, I think that's going to be fairly popular. Again, we're seeing Garrett Wilson might go undrafted. My goodness. Wilson Fields is something I'm going to end a lot of teams with if we keep getting 5th, 6th round Garrett Wilson here. But this team, we'll just do Brock Purdy. So we got Purdy, Cook, A-Chain, Devontae Adams, Juwan Jennings, and Sam Laporta. Let's see how Hartman ends his team. He needs a tight end. What does he do? Nothing too notable. A little weird to see Stafford unstacked that we see in the 5-hole. I feel like you don't see that super often. Fannin goes in a 6-person, and Hartman goes for the May double. So I don't think that'll be as common. Nice team there. Hartman, appreciate you drafting here with me. And this draft is off, and I have 10 seconds on the clock. So this will be a CMC team. So we got CMC. We got Hartman in this room. Again, we got Tyler C in the room. So we got T Gage in here, and we got Hartman. So nice. I'm glad we got to do a couple of these Wildcats with you all. I took your advice. Oh. Well, again, I'm generally not as I don't double stack as much in the big contests, but I don't not do it. I sprinkle them in, but I think my default are single stacks. I think one of the takeaways from the masterclass was double stacks don't hit as often as people think. I think they've said this on their not paywalled stuff, so I'm not giving anything away from that, but they stick out in your mind when they do happen, but they more often than not, when you only have 6 roster spots, it's tough for the double to get there. But that said, it's not like it never happens. It does happen. And when it does, if you hit the right double, you do find weeks where people don't want to do it. So I do like, you just saw me do a big Dolphins double in another contest. But just as a general rule, I've been, not even rule, as a general, just principle, I do it a little less than maybe the field tends to do. All right, so we see Egbuka go. All right, we'll do McBride. I'll do an Allen McBride team. A little bit of ADP value. It's not like you're not going to be able to get CMC Allen, but it might be slightly tough. A few spots of Allen. I think by the end of the week, again, I've said this earlier, the elite quarterbacks tend to drop. If people are taking Lamar ahead of Allen, then Allen likely will make it to the 2-3 turn, and this won't be rare, but we'll try to get something here. We will try to get something there. I think Josh Allen is absolutely fine to take unstacked. I don't need to force Khalil Shakir. I'm not going to take 2 tight ends. That's very rarely good. Again, people can be like, oh, Loveland and Bowers would have gotten there. Sure, but every single other pairing of tight end did not get there. And it's very hard to actually hit the tight ends you need. And they also happen so rarely. It's just like, I don't think it's worth chasing the double tight end stuff. I would rather take a punt on the receivers just because their utilization tends to be so much higher, and the projections are just going to be significantly better on stuff like that. All right, so this definitely could be a Bucky Irving Q-tag team. Running back has already gone off a big cliff. Running back has gone massively off a cliff here. I don't even get to do the Bucky Irving thing. Kyle Monangai is intriguing. I think, at worst, he's going to be in a split. At best, he has the lion's share of the backfield again against Dallas, who I think we can say, excuse me, not Dallas, against the Giants, who I don't think we're afraid of whatsoever. Let's see what Tyler does here. He takes Judkins. All right. I'll do Garrett Wilson. No, I think Waddle. I don't want to not game stack it. I do feel like Allen and Waddle are going to be paired together more than I want. I will say this, for Allen to have a true ceiling game, the Dolphins have to show some life, which makes me like Waddle more. So I do think this is fine. I think as long as you're conscientious about your correlations and not just taking guys because they're in the same game. But I do think there is something to be said for having a Dolphin when you have Allen, because again, if they're up 21-0, then they're just going to be handing the ball off. Josh Allen's not going to be scrambling. Josh Allen's not going to be running it into defensive linemen from the 5. They're not going to risk Allen if the game is non-competitive. So I think for Allen's true ceiling, where he runs a couple in, needs to throw, it's going to require something on the other side. So I will take a Waddle share there. I don't want to do it all the time, but I think it's fine. And how do we end the team? Well, we need probably a running back. Breece Hall is fine. We can make the Monangai bet. Again, if Monangai is confirmed the starter, he's going to rise quite a bit. So we will see. Jake Binniger says, are you lurking in Slappy Central? Are you like Chad, a Slappy? Yeah, I don't know. Is Jake Binniger in Slappy Central? That's the Davis Maddock Discord, for those who don't know. That's where I most often hang out in Discord. You can find me there, hanging out in Discord. Go AZ Card says, if Swift is back and it's a 50-50, I think I like Monangai. Yeah, and Greg, I was about to say this, Greg, and I even jumped the queue here. Swift will never see the goal line. That's the thing. Swift between the tackles is bad. So I think if you give me the 50-50 and Monangai the goal line, I just prefer Monangai pretty much every time. Jordan says, I don't know how they could play in good faith Kyler moving forward a Chuba Rico situation. I feel like that too. It's just they're anchored to that god-awful contract. Kevin said, I had to step away, Chad. Hope to see you again. Hey, Kevin. Well, likewise. Don't go anywhere, Kevin. My life would be so boring without you. You got to stick around. Greg says, how's to score outside the 20 now? Right. I guess the corollary is if Swift is scoring outside the 20, then you want him on the team. That sounds pretty good. All right, what are we doing? I think we're going to get a little fancy. No, we're not. I'll take Monangai. I thought about taking Travion here. I think Travion Henderson is pretty intriguing. Breece Hall, of course, is going to be the better projection, but I do like Monangai. Travion, maybe he comes up a bit. I don't know. I feel like people are still kind of leery of him. I think there's a much better chance that Monangai rises into the third round than Travion Henderson does. So this team will end up being CMC, McBride, Allen, Garrett Wilson, Waddle, and Monangai. So I like the team. Let's see what T. Cage did. JSN, Igbuka, Henry, Judkins, Laporta, and Mayfield. Yep. Like the team quite a bit. I love that you can get Baker in the last round these days. And Hartman, Cook, Lamar, Kittle, Odunze, Flowers, and Montgomery. I like the Montgomery shout. He's not going to be 100% drafted. And, he weirdly got more carries. He is not my favorite click, I will admit, but he's a click that I respect, and I see a path to like multiple touchdowns against the Commanders, especially the Commanders without Jaden Daniels. So I don't mind this click. It's one I probably should be warmer to, but I think it's something that I should be considering more than I am. All right, let's see. All right. Yeah, I don't have time for another one. Let me get through chat, but if you could please drop a like, drop a sub, and when we sign off, if you could leave a comment, that would be even better. You can say your favorite late round scroll, or just say hello, whatever you want to do. Jake says, I am the only Rashi fader left in Slappy Central. Yeah, I've capitulated. I don't have Rashi in my season-long stuff, and very much of it, but I take him now. Jake, tag me so I can put a name to yeah, I need to see who that too. Jamal Williams has returned. Did he? Did Jamal Williams return? Oh, God. Monangai is 2 points. Chasey this week. Swift is going to be back and still get 40 to 50. It could be Chasey, Kevin. And I might not be taking him later, but I mean, one of the reasons you draft on Tuesday is for these like super teams, right? Like, it might be hard to build this team if Monangai's a third round pick. Like, this is not a team you'll be able to build in all likelihood. Maybe you can because Garrett Wilson goes late. So maybe like Garrett Wilson and Monangai just flip flop. I could see that. But it could be tough. Hey, RM Covers, appreciate you. I like the team too. Hey, Hartman, thank you so much. Monangai is Jamal. Gotcha. DBQ Monte as your flex seems nice, especially when most winning teams have a player under 10. Yeah. I mean, Gunnar Ross got like 1.2 points from, who was it? Somebody. He got like literally 1.2 points from DK Metcalf and got to the Dawg Bowl. So I got to the Dawg Bowl with 5.2 from Jacoby Myers. So certainly you don't have to be perfect there. You don't have to be perfect, and you're pretty sure he's not a zero. But everybody, thank you so much. I will be watching Ship Chasing. Ship Chasing is back for their monthly episode at 10. So I will be watching those guys. One of my favorite programs. Glad that it's back this week. But everybody, I had a fantastic time drafting with all of you. And Jake says, I want to make it clear I was extremely rushy in round 2 over some of the explosion. Can't argue round 5. Yep. And that's where I should have been. I should have been taking him in 5. I didn't like him at 2. And then I just got stubborn, which was bad. I wish I could have some of those picks back. But everyone, I appreciate all you so much. I will see you tomorrow. Same great time, same great channel. Take care, everyone.